okay, this is going to be, and it is, it's happened already. We're on the 6th floor of St David's car park, and we've just left the 6th floor. We've started to get onto the little exit ramp thing, and we've stopped. So as I suspected, this is going to be our sitting trying to get out of the car park review of Trixie and Katya live. Am I sounding really like, oh my god, am I really hoarse and gravelly? I sound really hoarse and gravelly in my head. Probably it's just in my head though. Ah, wow. While you're not doing any driving, you might want to do some talking.
Okay. Yeah, I've done some talking.
So, when I saw these tickets were on sale, I said to Paul, should we go? But it was kind of at the end of our kind of spending money on the house and getting things the way we wanted them and our holidays, and it was a bit like, oh, money's starting to look a little tighter, and my work was a little slow at the time, so we weren't sure. And I said to Paul, oh, come on, let's go. And Paul's a bit like, oh, I don't know, I'm not really sure if it's going to work live, I don't know if I want to go, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember what you actually said about it, but you were kind of, you didn't sound enthused when I was going, let's get tickets. But I really wanted to go. I was just trying to make it sound like I didn't really want to go, and I was a bit like, oh, come on, we might as well go. Anyway, we got tickets, OVS. Are you glad I changed your mind?
Yes.
We've just laughed for, what, 2.5 hours solid? Well, there's a bit of an intermission, just over 2 hours. It is as bonkers as you would expect Trixie and Katya to be. It's got a weird kind of story to it, where they kind of riff on Klarna. It's Klarma.
Tweens, not the tweens.
Which he didn't do, but I'm guessing that's because although they were taking the piss out of Klarna, they couldn't actually make a direct reference in that way. But
well, they made some pretty direct references to like
it was fairly
Swedish and stuff.
It was fairly clear, and it was like 4 easy payments and all the rest of it. And yeah, so there was this kind of story went through, and they had Kelly Mantle played 2 different characters in the show. Primarily their manager.
And one of them is a spoiler.
Yeah, kinda. But it's. She kept every time I looked at her, because obviously we'd see him on the stage and on the screen, and I was looking at the screen, I just kept seeing Billie Piper. It was just, but there was some singing, there was some dancing, as you'd expect. Trixie did some live singing. Katya did sort of some quite gymnasticy stuff. They ripped the shit out of each other from start to finish, and fabulous costumes and costume changes. Sexy dancers, as they put it. To be fair, one of them was absolutely...
Yeah, as they put it, he says...
They did, they said, beware, our dancers are hot. They said that on stage, it's not me.
Yes, because you didn't think any of them were sexy at all.
Oh no, one of them,
yeah, I know,
who at one point has a knife in his hand for reasons. I just stood there, oh, stab me.
He got a look.
Of course I got a look. It wouldn't be me if I hadn't said it.
I wouldn't be me if I hadn't given you a look.
But yes, if it's not sold out and it's coming anywhere near you, and you are a fan of Trixie and Katya's things, like their episode watches and their reviews of things, but certainly of you really shouldn't miss it, because you will absolutely get way more than your money's worth. It is phenomenal. We loved every second of it, and also I kind of didn't ever really think we would see them in just a show like this. I thought they might. I mean, they kind of don't really turn up in. I don't think they really turn up in like the drag tours and things anymore, the drag show stuff. I'd previously seen Katya 6-7 years ago at Christmas Queens in Cardiff. But yeah, I kind of, I think they're kind of, like Bianca, they're sort of bigger than bundling in with a bunch of queens for a drag race tour. Yes. Or what have you. So I never really thought this would be a thing, essentially live, for want of a better description.
But cranked up to 11.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously there's no restrictions on content or language or anything like that. But also I thought, I don't think they know this, based on the fact that there was a couple of moments they could have milked slightly differently. it's actually quite panto. It's
very panto.
It's very adult panto. Like there was a bit where Katya's laying on the floor. Trixie walks in front of her and goes, "Oh my God, where's Katya?" And I just shouted, "Behind you!" because, you know, and they didn't seem to have. And you were supposed to go, "Oh, I don't know, where is she?" And pretend that she couldn't see her. And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's probably." So I'm guessing it's a tour going to many countries and whatever else. So,
well, given Trixie even riffs on that with the member of the audience that clearly pointed where Katya was.
Yes, yeah. And yeah, there was lots of. I'm never sure because, like with Eddie Izzard, when you get the fluffed moments on his live shows, it's all completely scripted. I got the feeling with this, a lot of the fluffed cock-ups and then improvised bits where they sort of go completely off the script were just fully improvised. Certainly when the bits where they tripped over their own words and stuff, and then had to go back and redo bits, and they clearly just go up there and have immense fun. They must be loving what they're doing, and it shows. And as I always say to anyone I'm, you know, in shows with, if you have fun, your audience will have fun, and that came across in spades. It was just so good, so good. And I want so many of the costumes. Katya had those amazing red sparkly shoes at one point. I would kill for. Oh, they were gorgeous. So yeah, we loved it. We think you'll love it if you love them. So if you can still get to them, or if they do other shows in the future, for fuck's sake, do not miss out, because it was awesome.